Alright, are we good? 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 Good. Right, let's go. Hello and welcome. Good evening. Yes, to Greenfoot, of all places. Old stomping grounds of mine, just round the corner from Wincanton, which is where I used to collect wine from the old supermarket lot. Bring that down, lift axle is going up. Let's get the truck out of here. Start heading back to base. Okay, off we go. So, a little experimental one. The different camera angles. Not quite sure how that one is going to do, since I don't have enough suckers to stick them all to the window. That one's just resting on the top of the dashboard. But we'll give it a go and see what happens. Most of the road is smooth, apart from this little section here, but anyway. As I did say back at the beginning of the year, yes, tankers. No sooner was I supposed to be down for them, and some problems have arisen. Namely, number one, high-vis vest is not good enough. Apparently you need to be covered head to toe in Daedlow orange health and safety gear, hard hat, goggles and all sorts. So before I could even do the assessment, I needed to get all that stuff, which quite kindly the agency paid for. So I've got all that. So number two even. And needed to get the assessment done, which we did get done. Oh no, these lights, they're so quick. Yeah, I needed to get the assessment done. We got that done eventually at last. Number three, just as I'm now able to go and do the older work, half of the fleet of tanks that they use have had to go off their 2.5-year tests. So they've got a reduced fleet of tanks. So the work at the minute is a bit quiet compared to what they usually are, but once those tanks come back online, they should then get a load more come online, and then the work should pick up, and I should be able to get in there and do some. Problem number 4 is that it's only a small fleet, because they only have 2 trucks. It's quite a popular job, so Small fleet, popular job. There aren't many slots available to get in there and do the work. But once the work is done, once the work is available and all these tanks come back online that are off for their testing, I should get more stable and regular work with them. So here we are, 2 months after I said that I was going to be doing it. Yes, still haven't done it yet. But well, never mind, we'll get there eventually. Anyway, on to the meat of today's subject, if the lights ever let us go, that is. If the timing is right, it should be nearing now the beginning of March, and supposedly, according to Trucker Bill at least anyway, there's some new laws coming in that could spell the death knell for the old YouTube trucker in the UK, so depending on how serious they're going to crack down on these laws, you may be seeing all the fellow YouTubers from the UK disappearing one by one if they get fined or taken to court or whatever. I personally have had a little look online, and I can't really find anything that relates to specifically YouTube stuff or anything anyway. Certainly there's stuff regarding mobile phone use, that's for sure. Especially after old Mr. Polish geezer, right, not massively far from where I live actually, was old fiddling on his phone and ended up lamping a few cars and killing a family. That didn't go down too well. One second, get my limiter sorted, there we go. So yeah, mobile phone use they're certainly going to be cracking down on, but I couldn't find anything specifically relating to YouTubing or any other distractions or distraction-based laws. But according to Trucker Bill, they are coming in, so this could be the end of the YouTube truckers as we know them. Shock horror. Oh well, what can you do, hey? We try and try. The laws in this country are just so crazy stupid, not to mention health and safety. Meanwhile, over in Canada and America, they can seemingly do whatever they want. Which would be a shame if that is the case. Personally, I can't see it happening. I think we'll just be left to our own devices as long as you take reasonable steps, such as hands-free. Because quite frankly, what I'm doing now is not really that much different to a hands-free mobile phone. And that's perfectly legal still after the rule changes. The only other rules that I could find that were being changed were regarding new and start to get your car license, because they're thinking of raising it to 18 years of age and bringing in the minimum numbers of hours, and for the first 2 years you're banned from driving with passengers, because yes, back in my day, once I'd passed my test and was taking friends out in the car, it tends to get a bit rowdy and loud and very, very distracting, so yeah. Banning passengers in the car I can completely agree with, because it is very annoying and distracting, and some of the things you get up to, oh dear, dear, dear. So yeah, as for banning passengers in the car, yeah, that I can agree with. Raising it to 18, not necessarily. I think 17 is doable. I didn't really have a problem. I like driving now, I sort of have a talent for it, so I didn't really have much of a difficulty learning to drive. I mean, some people do, each to their own. As for introducing limits, they wanted to introduce, like, you have to do 120 hours. They wanted to do with 20 hours being done driving at night. Bearing in mind that if you want to learn to fly an aeroplane or a helicopter, which me having had a go in both of them, I can guarantee you that both of those things are a lot harder than driving a car. The CAA only require you to have completed 40 hours before you can get your license. And when I done the helicopter ride back in October last year, I was told typically about 60 hours is half of the course, so about half of what's being proposed for this 120 hours that you need. So quite frankly, I think that's ridiculous and unnecessary. I don't really see the need for an hours-based thing. Fine, yeah, doing nights, doing days, doing bad weather, rain, and that. All for it, that's what I did. I remember when I was learning to drive. Oh look, it's raining, grab the keys, we're going out. You're going to drive in their old rain. Because it didn't rain much when I was learning to drive, it was summer. But yeah, any opportunity of new weather, we were out in the car. Night time, out. Foggy weather, out. Lovely weather, out. Busy traffic, out. Not that much traffic, out we went. So, as long as you take sensible, reasonable steps, there is no real reason to need to have a 120-hour limit. That's for sure. But anyway, I've diverged off of the main point of the video there. Yes. The end of the YouTube trucker. I couldn't find any rules and regs that said specifically about this stuff. But yes, time will tell. I'm fairly sure that our police force have common sense and will apply the law in a fairly common sense way. I mean, they're not like the American police force that pull you over and do you for any old real reason just because they feel like it. But oh well. Fortunately, if it is the case, then as it just so happens, I am now taking steps that will to carry on making videos if they do crack down on it, because back at the beginning of the year I did mention I was working on another project. That other project is about 95% guaranteed to happen now. So I won't say quite what it is just yet, because I've recently had a spate of new subscribers and I'm very near 1,000 subscriber now. Well, as of the making of this video, I'm 51 subscribers away, so as a 1,000 subscriber special, did I say that properly? I think I did. Subscriber special. I will reveal all then, hopefully, as long as I can get 51 subscribers within 2 months of the making of this video. Hoping, because my subscriber count usually it goes up a bit and down a little bit, up a bit, down a little bit, up a bit, down a little bit. So it's a very slow, arduous climb because of the various hindrances I've had along the way of not being able to make videos and then going off travelling and whatnot. I've not been constantly and consistently uploading as well as I could have, but well, hopefully I can now, and I can find various ways of topics to do something like this. And how-to videos, I haven't really done a how-to video quite a while. If I do eventually get to do the tankers, hopefully I can do a how-to video with that. And yeah, that's about it. This video's probably getting on a bit. I've gone past the M25, so I imagine this video is probably nearing 15-20 minutes. So I think I will call it here for today. So until next time.